Well, we have the winter storm warning, actually the ice storm warning that has been expanded to include not just North Georgia, but it's been expanded to come down into the metro Atlanta area. So really a big part of our area is included in this ice storm warning. You see the blue color down to the south. These counties are where we still have a winter storm watch that is in effect. So we're getting closer and closer to this event beginning later in the day on Saturday here in the metro Atlanta area. And so they've expanded that warning into our area. It's in these spots where we have the potential for some ice accumulations, dangerous travel, and power outages. But within this warning here, conditions are going to be different in Henry County than it's going to be up in parts of Northeast Georgia. So we want to break this down for you even more. We are expecting major impacts north and east of Atlanta, up the I-85 and 985 corridor here, moving up toward Dawson, Lumpkin County, Union, and Towns County, also as far south as Gwinnett County and parts of North Fulton, going into Walton County, Oconee County, Barrow County, Clayton County there, up and beyond the South Carolina line. That's where the impacts are going to be major, with some ice accumulations there at a ½ inch or more. For Metro Atlanta, moderate impacts, also Northwest Georgia and out I-20 there on the east side, with the ice amounts between 1/4 inch and a ½ inch. And then minor impacts on the south side. We're talking some glazing there up to 1/4 inch. Travel will be tricky, as well as becoming more tricky and dangerous in Metro Atlanta. And then I would avoid travel at all here to the north and east of the city. So this is what we're going to be watching. This is going to be a freezing rain event that what we're thinking of. We're not worried about sleet or snow. And when you're out and you're seeing it, it's going to be liquid in the sky. And don't be thinking, oh, it's just raining, because that rain will turn into freezing rain when it hits a surface that is going to be at or below freezing. Now, Melissa Nord joins us now. Melissa, I just talked about some of those sizes or the thickness of that ice out there. And it's amazing how just a little bit more of ice, going from 1/4 inch to a ½ inch of ice, could cause some major impacts.
It really changes, Chris, just dealing with travel disruptions and difficult travel to really drastically increasing the threat of power outages as well. Let's talk about the impacts based on how much ice you're going to see. Here in the metro, between 1/4 and a ½ inch of ice, we're going to see those scattered power outages. Those power outages could be scattered, and travel is going to become very difficult. But when we see over a ½ inch of ice accumulating, we're not just looking at scattered power outages. Those power outages become much more widespread. And the reason why is that's adding a lot of weight on the power lines. How much weight? It is a lot. You'd be amazed at how much that ends up adding to the power lines. 1/10 of an inch, a light glazing on roads and sidewalks. That's what we expect southwest of the inner metro. ½ an inch of ice accumulation. We start to see more of those power outages increasing. When you add a ½ an inch, that adds 500 pounds of weight onto power lines. And the way that ice accretes on those power lines, it's not a perfect circle. That freezing rain is more in a teardrop shape like this. So the dynamics of that, as it's blowing in the wind, is much different. We get this galloping effect when we introduce wind gusts of 20, 25 miles an hour, like we expect Sunday afternoon and again on Monday for some of those areas. So that blows those power lines around. And Chris, that could mean power outages in Northeast Georgia become fairly widespread, and it could take days to restore the power as well.
And you know, Melissa, we have issued this weather impact alert. We issued this Monday night in advance of this storm coming in for the weekend. We are not only have this in effect for the weekend, but even into Monday. Even though we're not going to see any additional precipitation coming in on Monday, many of those impacts are going to linger into Monday with any ice that's going to stay behind there. So watching that freezing rain late Saturday into Monday, definitely plan for travel and power impacts through the weekend and even lingering into next week. Stay with us. We're going to have more on that timeline and look at the forecast track and how temperatures may be a little tricky here on Sunday afternoon. I'll explain that coming up.
All right, Chris and Melissa, thank you.